Good morning, everybody. I don't know how much of yesterday's vlog is gonna make it. I feel like I only filmed just this tiny amount, and I was interrupted a lot during my filming, so it's probably way too long. So if you haven't seen anything before this, then hello. I don't know what I'm doing with the editing yet. It is like 9 in the morning, and we are eating some breakfast. Well, we're about to eat some breakfast. I made an oatmeal bake. Pretty. I shared a recipe a couple of videos ago. I'll try and link that video in the description down below. And you guys can see that if you want to have this recipe, but we're gonna eat breakfast. And then today is homeschool co-op day. It's a casual one. We're like getting ready to meet back up after Christmas and after the season. So we're gonna go meet at the park if it's not too cold. It looks really lovely out. It's a little crispier than we've been used to lately, but that's because we've been used to like really warm weather all of a sudden. So if it's too cold, I think we'll just head over to the library, grab a coffee, do stuff like that. So I'm really excited to get out of the house, but we're gonna leave in like an hour, so we need to eat, make some coffee for the road, make like kind of like some snacky picnic lunch to bring with us, and we will take off. I love homeschool days that are like out days like this, don't you? Friday's a good day. With this, I have the worst angles in my kitchen. Sam, I hear you. Hi. Okay, so I made breakfast, we just ate. I'm in the middle of making my coffee, which I kind of wanted to show you guys. I know a lot of you guys have wondered, like, what the heck you guys, like, if you follow me on Instagram, I've gotten a lot of DMs about, like, how are you putting egg yolk in your coffee? That sounds gross. It's not, when you think about the baking and cooking world, all I'm doing is making a custard, basically. It's pro-metabolic coffee. It's just good for you, because it turns a caffeine spike like this to like this. Because it's not giving you a huge caffeine and sugar spike. Guys, every time I film these lately, I'm just like getting super interrupted, so I'm really losing my train of thought. I'm sorry. But it just combines healthy fat and protein and sugar to create a better combo for your body. So anyway, this is how I do it. So in here, I'm making like I said before, I don't think I finished that sentence. Charge! It's just like baking, like, you eat custard, that's raw egg. If you eat meringue, that's raw egg. There's a lot of things with raw egg in it. It's not that yucky. It's more important about your source. Just a really brief, written down, maybe do your own research, but like salmonella comes from the shell and not the actual inside egg. So if you're sourcing your eggs from a really good source, like I source mine from a trusted farm, she doesn't wash the eggs for me because I've requested her not to, and she's awesome and has agreed not to wash the eggs for me because it protects something called the bloom. And a bloom is like a natural layer that the chickens have when it's coming out. It gets coated in something called bloom, and that protects it, which gives you like added protection from salmonella. So your chance of getting salmonella from a good pasture-raised egg is like from a local farm is so low. You're way more likely to get any sort of yuckiness from lettuce from the store. Like there's way more chances of salmonella in vegetables than there is in like good sourced products like eggs. So anyway, there's your little like information for the day. Okay, so what I do is I whip an egg yolk. I save the whites for like marshmallows or omelets or things like that later. But I whip an egg yolk. These are it's a little bit of a light color because here it's really cold, and so when the chickens aren't grazing on full grass and bugs like they do in the summer, the yolk is a little lighter. Just depends what the chickens are doing at the farm you're getting it from. So this is with a tablespoon of sugar. Yes, sugar's good for you. Glucose is important if you eat it the right way. So you just whip an egg yolk with sugar until it's nice and fluffy like this, and then I'll show you what you do in the coffee. My house is a mess. Excuse the mess in the background. It's just, I gotta clean today. It's disorganized. I'm making bread. which I also have to do. We have to leave in like half hour. Okay, I gotta get started. Coffee. Let's do it this way. Okay, hopefully you guys can see. Okay, so I preheat my mug, so I'm just gonna dump that out. And then I add my whole Jersey milk. This is the closest thing I can get to raw milk in Canada. Otherwise, I would be drinking raw milk. But it's illegal here. So, okay, so I've put some milk in the bottom of the cup, just, I don't know, like 2 inches. And then I just pour my egg yolk mixture in there. I actually did this slightly wrong. I usually actually put my collagen in first with the milk, but that's okay. Sometimes I'm not paying attention and that happens. Then I pop in my collagen. Hold on, let me show you this. I use this brand. It's like a Canadian organic brand of collagen. Powdered form is better and more absorbed than the liquid form, so if you're into collagen, I highly suggest you get this. Again, collagen is something that can totally be a fad. So just do your research on it. So this is a 2-scooper, like it's a scoops little, so you do 2 scoops. But it's a source of protein. It has no taste, so putting it in your coffee is perfect. And then I just give that a mix to incorporate everything before I start adding my coffee. Now, I just slowly add in my coffee. And I just like kind of give it a mix and let it get used to the temperature. Sorry, my house is so noisy, you guys. I have a little boy who's really not respecting the fact that I am trying to film today. And a bird who does not give any hoots what I am doing this morning. Okay, so it's all incorporated. There's no lumps in here, no nothing. It doesn't curdle. Like, it just makes this beautiful, delicious, creamy cup of coffee. It's so good. And the nice thing is, when you drink it this way, like, collagen has no taste, by the way, especially when you put it in something really like there's not really a natural taste. But especially when you put it in something potent, like a coffee or a juice, you don't really taste it. So, like, look how beautiful and creamy that cup of coffee is. And the nice thing is the energy release is slow. So it's not going to give me caffeine jitters. It's not going to make me, like, and I drink French press coffee, which is pretty high in caffeine. So, yeah, it's not going to give you, like, the same effects that just having coffee with cream and, like, a little bit of sugar is going to have. It balances everything and makes it more of a complete meal in the eyes of nutrition. But it's also just delicious. So yeah, I just wanted to show you really quickly how I make my coffee in the morning. Okay, I'm gonna really quickly make my bread this morning, and then we're gonna go. I should really put an apron on. What? No, I make the same size loaves. I'm making 2 loaves so I can give one to Mimi and Papa. Okay, so I just spray this. This is just water, by the way. And I'm making 2 so I can give one to, that's a little too intense. 2 loaves today so I can give one away tomorrow. I'll bake this tomorrow, but I make it the day before. So I started doing a different bread recipe, actually, that is really quick. There's only about 20 to 30 minutes of actual handling the dough, and it makes like a lovely, lovely loaf. This is my second time making this. I'm just playing around with different recipes. This is my like 3rd different recipe I've tried, just because I don't always have time to spend the whole day making bread. Like, it's just ridiculous. Who does have time for that, right? So I found this British guy that really knows what he's doing, and he's like a busy dad, and he's like, I needed to make sourdough every day that didn't take ages. I'll leave his recipe video in the link in the description box down below if anybody wants to watch that. It's really brilliant. It's like a really wonderful recipe, and you don't use freshly fed sourdough start, which is crazy, but it makes such a nice sourdough. I'm so impressed with it. It rises beautifully. I was having issue with my sourdough not rising with another recipe I tried. Like, it was just like flat. I don't know. It was weird. but this is so much quicker, so much easier. I've made this in the middle of making breakfast, eating breakfast, making my coffee, and I'm about to head out the door this morning. So like this is meant for like a busy person's schedule, which I really appreciate. So like you don't need to knead it or stretch it and fold it so many times. And it just proofs now. So I've handled it for all of like 20 minutes so far today, and now it's just gonna proof for 6 hours on the counter while I'm at Homeschool Co-op. And like, look how much air is in that thing. There's a big air pocket right there, like crazy. It's a beautiful, beautiful dough, and it rises so nicely. Okay, now I'm just gonna like, that one's done on the counter for 6 hours. The water on the counter helps it not stick and just helps it behave itself and like do what you want it to do. Like normally with my other methods, I would get so sticky. Like, I don't know, I just found a lot of different bread consistencies. My method that I shared is quite long. It is a good method. It makes a good loaf of bread. But you do have to be careful about the density that the bread can have. So this so far has been my favorite, and again I'm trying it for the second time with 2 loaves. I doubled the recipe, which I've never done, and I'm just trying to make 2, and if this works then I think this is going to be my new go-to recipe because it's just so simple and I can do it so quickly, so that here in the spring and summer when I'm going to be gardening and everything is going to be so much busier and we're back off to homeschool meetups and fun activities and things like camping, it's going to be so easy to do. So I think this is the winner. I like to make 2 loaves at a time so that I can gift one, but my mother-in-law has been on me about making her bread, so I'm going to give this one to them tomorrow. I'll bake it in the morning before we head out for the day. Again, it's so quick. Like, I just wake up in the morning and just pop it in the oven while I'm making my coffee or my breakfast, and because I don't drink coffee first. You see the little rainbow on the dough? I've got crystals in the window and it's so sunny. 6 hours. And like, my hands are relatively not gross and sticky. Usually I can't even wear my wedding ring. Okay, now that's done for 6 hours. I can just like move on with my life. And then after 6 hours, I think I do another little like ball molding, and then I pop it in the fridge overnight. Okay. Hey guys, we're back home. I'm having a snack. Got a cup of cocoa because I'm like cold to my core. Of course, it's like a pro-metabolic cocoa. Now that I talk about it, it's probably assumed that unless I'm drinking tea, there's probably an egg yolk in whatever hot drink I'm drinking. And some collagen. Yum. Eating some sourdough with butter and flaky salt. Oh my god. We are home now. It was so cold. I didn't pick up the camera at all because the wind was so intense. It wasn't so cold when we got there. We left the house because we walked, and at first I was like, maybe we should turn around because like the wind is so bad in where we live, because we live like in an open field. And I was like, I don't know, it's a little intense. And the kids were like, no mom, come on. I was like, okay. And so we went, and it wasn't that bad, but like it did get cold sitting there for a little while because like I was sitting on a metal bench and my butt was so cold. So we ended up going to the library because our homeschool group was kind of split. We're not really back fully yet. I just put like a casual meetup together today to kind of get back, because not all the families are ready to get back to the swing of things yet. So next week we'll start proper get-togethers. Proper, they're very casual. But because of the weather, we were totally divided today. Some of us were at the library, some of us were at the park. Those of us at the park moved to the library, but then the library people didn't know that we were on our way, and so they went home. It was messy, complicated, but it was still fun. We had a great time. So it is 1:56, so it's about to be 2 o'clock. We're home now, having a snack. We kind of ate lunch. We packed like snacky lunches, kind of. And now I don't know what we're gonna get up to today. I'm not even sure. We walked in the cold, and then Cody was like, well, I'm on my lunch break. Let me just come get you. So that was nice. It's like not that cold. It's not cold enough not to walk. Why am I still talking about the weather? I love walking places. I really enjoy it. Try and get my steps in. Try and get those like 1,000-hour outside challenge in. But sometimes we're like, yeah, you know what, Dad? You can come pick us up. Which I love that he works close by now, because like days like today where we maybe overshot how comfortable we would be. He was there to rescue us, so that was nice. It's a hard thing. Once you've committed to walk somewhere, you have to commit to walk back too. So I'm just having a snack and chilling. The kids are probably gonna go have some game time now. I played with friends. It was kind of sad for Mackenzie because like all her friends none of her little besties came today. That's a bummer when that happens, but sometimes it does. Next week, everybody will kind of be back. Her friends will like arrange play dates for the following few days and stuff, and they'll just hang out anyway that way. But such is life. Homeschool meetups don't always go perfect. But it was really nice. A new mom came, and I loved chatting with her. That was super fun. I love meeting new people, especially when they're like chill, cool people. Something really neat about our homeschool group is like it's very inclusive. We have a lot of people from a lot of different walks of life, and it's meant to be completely inclusive, no matter what your beliefs are, which if you're in the homeschool community, you know that can be difficult sometimes. So we're a secular group, which means like non-religious. But that doesn't mean we don't have religious people in our groups. It just means like you got to be tolerant of everybody's beliefs. And so because of that, we've created like a really beautiful group of like people that are just nice. They're just nice people. And it's really awesome to have a good, solid community again. Just very grateful. So I don't know what we're going to get up to, but I just wanted to say hello and tell you that we're home. Talk to you for a minute. So I'm going to eat my snack. And then I guess we'll figure out what we're going to do today. Sam is like really loud today. So he's just having a good time chatting. Hi, Sam. I wanted to share my carrot salad recipe with you guys because I realized to show you guys that I eat this a lot. I eat this every single day. And I keep getting asked for the recipe in like Instagram messages and stuff, and I keep forgetting that I haven't shared this with you yet. So thanks for the cat call, Sam. I eat a raw carrot salad every day. You're gonna see a lot of versions of this in the pro-metabolic world. If you haven't seen my pro-metabolic video chatting about that, the sip and share, go back a couple of vlogs and maybe watch that if you're interested. Raw carrots are really good at eliminating excess estrogen, so they can help you balance your hormones. They're packed with fiber, and as long as you don't consume too much, it's a very like specific amount that you eat, not like in a dogmatic way, but in a chill, like just don't turn orange kind of way. Carrots contain a lot of nutrients that bind with estrogen and flush it out of your system, and most people are estrogen dominant, which causes lower progesterone. So it's just like really good for overall women's health. You don't have to be nursing or like trying to get pregnant or anything like that, but it's something that I've been eating for a long time. It has significantly impacted my cycle, especially I had mentioned that I was kind of struggling after I had my miscarriage where my cycles got really long, and when I got really serious about incorporating raw carrot salad every single day as well as my adrenal cocktail in the afternoon, it is making my period normalize again. Sorry, my kids came down and now I'm distracted, but there's a lot of benefits, but it's not just a raw carrot. You could do a raw carrot and that's fine. But there's a lot of recipes out there and some of them are really sweet, which I find gross. I find like the ones with honey or maple syrup or whatever, I find them kind of like, bleh. The one I make is incredibly simple. It's not like an acquired taste at all, but it might not be like something you're like, oh, You're like, this is kind of weird. But now, like, after you eat it for a little while, like, it's creamy and delicious, and you're like, my carrot salad. I'll share the ingredients in just a second, but I will continue to eat this through my pregnancy if anybody has questions about that. It's a carrot. It's not gonna hurt you. So most people shred their carrots, and that's like the difference. I couldn't be bothered to like grate it, shred it, peel it. I couldn't be bothered. So what I actually do is I pulse my carrot. It's the same thing. You just need to make it into smaller bits to make it more easily digestible is what you're doing. I pulse mine in my Ninja on Ice Crush for like a second. It's literally like beep and done. And it turns it into like this kind of situation. And then I do about 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of raw apple cider vinegar and a teaspoon of melted coconut oil. And then a generous pinch of sea salt, and that's it. And it is flavorful, and like that's why it looks like that. It's because the coconut oil and the cold carrot have kind of combined, and it's just like really creamy and delicious. I don't even really measure that much. Like I use a spoon. Like the teaspoon that I'm eating with is what I use to measure. So you don't have to be precious about it, but it's really good. I eat it after lunch. So I'll like eat my lunch and then eat my raw carrot salad, or sometimes I'll have it like as an afternoon snack as long as I'm not too hungry. You kind of want to space your raw carrot salad out to let it do its work. So you want to, I would say personally, like between meals or between food, like eat it 30 minutes after you've eaten something else and 30 minutes before you're going to eat something else again. You can extend that, but like that would be the minimums I would do around it. But yeah, it's super, super simple. So it's 1 medium carrot, or I use baby carrots because again, lazy, and I blend them. So I don't go past 12 carrots. I eat between 10 and 12 carrots because that is equal to 1 medium size carrot, full size. And then a teaspoon of coconut oil, 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. The raw kind is better. And a generous pinch of sea salt for your minerals and nutrients, and it's delicious. All right, good morning, you guys. I'm a bad vlogger, and I'm just not back into the swing of things, but we're having like a fun family day today, and I want to just bring you along, like very casual, but we're going to the city. We're going to the farmer's market. I'm gonna go thrift. I'm so excited to thrift. Hi, son. Excuse the laundry behind me. It's just Saturday life. And now Cody's vacuuming, so I'm going to move you over to this side, so hopefully maybe you don't hear it as much. Just having coffee. We're having a late start to the day. I'm baking one of those loaves of bread this morning for my in-laws, and then I'll bake our loaf tonight when we get back. But I'm just like, I meant to film the last 2 days, and I filmed a little bit, and I didn't, so I don't know if those are included. I did share my carrot recipe, my carrot salad recipe, and my coffee, how I make my delicious, amazing cups of coffee with you. So I'm gonna have to add that. Maybe I'll add that now instead. We'll see. If it feels a little bit unnatural the way this vlog is laid out, I'm very sorry. I'm just gonna try and work with it as best as I can. But I wanted to bring you around while we shop and stuff, and I want to actually like bring my camera. I'm so excited to thrift. I've had this big like thrifting urge just to go treasure hunting. We're gonna go to the farmer's market and see what's there. It's just, spring is in the air, and this is what we like to do. Cody actually has today off. He doesn't usually get the full weekend off, so every once in a while we're lucky and he gets a Saturday off. Anybody else who is in car dealership life, you know you know what I'm talking about. So we're just very excited to just go have a cozy family day. We're gonna stop off at the in-laws and say hello and give them bread, and then off we go. I don't know what we're gonna get up to today. I think we're gonna do yard work tomorrow. Like, we're just ready for spring and ready to like work on the things we have planned and make plans. So I just wanted to say hello because we're about to jump in the car. Oh, I need socks. And then we will be in the city, and I think we're probably gonna go thrift first. So it's probably the next thing you guys are gonna see. So see you in a minute. Kenzie's making fun of me for buying baskets. Yep. Every time. I couldn't resist. Look at these baskets. Good baskets.
You and baskets. I don't get it.
I do like baskets. Okay, hey guys, we are just waiting for lunch. I already ate somewhere else, but Cody and the kids are gonna eat at Englewood, what's it called?
Englewood Drive-In.
Oh, Englewood Drive-In, thank you. But it's very busy today, this Saturday. Everybody's like out and about. It's a beautiful day. There's just a lot more bustle in the city because, you know, people are able to freely move within the city now. So he's been waiting in line for a few minutes, but Kenzie and I just went thrifting and I can't wait to give you a little haul. I found some really good gems, some like vintage nightgowns I'm really excited about. I immediately, as soon as we parked, went and took pictures to show my friend because I was like, look what I found. I restrained myself well, I think. Kenzie found herself a picture.
It's okay.
I've done worse.
Yeah, you have done my worst.
But it was pretty fun. Now we're just like hanging out and waiting for, I think we're gonna go to another thrift store after this because Cody has to go to a hobby store that is by Luke's Drug Mart, which is like the best place for ice cream.
Yum.
I'm so excited. We haven't had Luke's since last summer. So we're gonna go get Luke's, and then there's this cute little thrift store beside Luke's Drug Mart that I have found some cute things in.
Are those yummy thingies?
They change the ice cream every single month.
Mm-hmm.
There's one kind of ice cream. Well, you get either the flavor. So here's the thing: you can get the flavor. You can get milk flavor. They just call it, which is like vanilla. Or you can get them swirled, and that's it. I like that about them. They're like kind of like an old school little pop shop kind of place. And then we're gonna go to the farmer's market. I couldn't really film a lot in the thrift store because it was way more packed than I thought. Not with people, but like everything's really close together.
It's stuff.
And I don't know. There was quite a bit of people, and the aisles are really tight, so you really have to like squish past people and like watch for people coming so you're not standing in the way. But also, I just feel really weird filming in a thrift store. I feel like there's a careful balance there because there's all sorts of people in a thrift store, you know what I mean? Like there's people that are going there to treasure hunt. It's kind of like what we do. There's people there that need to be there because it's where they need to shop for their things. And I don't know, I just never want to come across as like disrespectful or like really extra, you know? Okay, there's a big group of people coming, so I'm gonna talk to you in a second.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. Get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action. Making me that with no distractions. Get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. Perfect. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own eyes. Be free with me.
Come on, Kenzie, what did you get?
Mango thingy.
A mango popsicle? Orange mango? Orange mango? Hi everyone, we are back at home. Let me show you what I got at the thrift store. So these are Mackenzie's purchases. She got this picture. Originally we were looking for gold frames for my wall, but she liked this photo of a bear, so she's claiming this as her own. And she got herself a little kookaburra tray for her jewelry and things like that. Very cute. Good thrift finds, Mackenzie. Every once in a while I'll just add more gold and white frames to this for this wall. Okay, so I did get baskets because of course I did, but I got really good baskets. Hold on, it's very messy and everything because we haven't cleaned yet, and I spilled chocolate all over me. So this whole outfit is like done. Do you see? It's really great. And it got on there, it got on my sweater, covered in chocolate. Awesome. I got this big basket. It's really like sturdy. But I thought this would be perfect for a harvesting basket. So my other harvesting basket is smaller, and sometimes stuff, it's like open-ended. So sometimes stuff would fall out. So I got this, it's lipped, no tomatoes can roll out of this baby. And it's so big, so like when I do a big thing of kale, like it's just gonna be so great for like hauling out to the garden and collecting all my vegetables and herbs. So I'm very, very happy with this. It was a good thrift find. I actually scored some really great vintage pieces, and I was shocked. I immediately like messaged one of my friends and was like, oh, I feel like I just stole something, because I found this. Okay, if you're not into vintage stuff, you might not think this is cool. I found this amazing set. So it is a silk vintage nightgown, very long, and it comes with a matching robe. Look. And if you guys know me, you know I'm always in like vintage inspired nightgowns. I love them. And look at the matching robe. It's so lovely. Look at it. Look how sweet that is. Little buttons. Okay. So I'm big into vintage, especially jammies now. That's been my new thing lately for the past few years. It's like finding nightgowns and long flowy night dresses. I also found a white one that I really like. And it was in really good condition. Another retro find. And it has like this little, the lace pattern at the bottom. So I got those two. Absolutely sick deal. And then I was just looking at clothes. I don't usually thrift for clothes. Like, I know a lot of people go thrifting for the clothes. That's never really been my thing. I usually go for art, baskets, kitchenware. Sometimes like I like finding unique kitchenware there. Crocs, things like that. Not the shoe, I mean like the pots. But today I went with the idea to try and find some cute kind of like bohemian summery pieces, and I did get a couple of cute things. I just grabbed this like plain black tank that's like silky and cool, and I thought this would be like a really cute shirt to add, you know, under overalls, or just like pair with anything, tuck in a high-waisted jean. And then I got this one too. It's kind of like vintage in feel, but I feel like I can young it up, you know, like cottage core kind of. I feel like I have two styles. I'm either like really hippie vintage boho, kind of free-spirited, or very feminine retro, like old school 50s 40s kind of style. There's no in between. So I also got this, and I like it, and I think I can probably make this look cute with an outfit. And it's really super light, which I'm looking for like nice shirts to garden in, so I thought maybe this would be cute. And then the last clothing piece I got was this really sweet wool sweater. And it's yellow, which is my favorite color. It's not exactly my color, like, but it's one of my favorite colors, so I wear it anyway because I like it. But I thought this would be such a cute shirt to tuck into like a high-waisted jean or sweater, and it's really warm and like super cute. So that's what I got. And then I got the basket. So I picked up this basket as well because it's like just a nice laundry size. And I figured I could maybe put this one underneath the bird cage and use it for storing Sam's foods and things like that. Perhaps maybe I'll find a different use for it, I don't know, but I liked it. And whenever I can find big baskets like that, I like to pick them up. So that's what I thrifted today. I definitely almost came home with a bench that Cody vetoed, so that didn't come home with me. Eventually I would like to find a really good table bench, and sometimes I need to just go thrifting with a big truck, because there are times where I see furniture and I'm like, oh, I want that, but I don't take them home. And then we went to the farmer's market, and we got, I'm about to make bread, some nice potatoes. What else did we get? And then we just got like carrots and beans. I really like a good farmer's market bean. And some carrots, a couple bags of those, and then we got some grass-fed beef liver, so delicious, but very easy, simple farmer's market trip. And we went and got Peter's drive-in, which is milkshakes and ice cream, and just kind of like had a nice little trip. So I'm gonna go try on these nightgowns actually, and try and get that done before the oven preheats. But first I need to score this bread, I guess. Hold on.
Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me.
Okay, you guys, this vlog is long, so I'm gonna end it here. Again, I'm sorry this is like a really clippy vlog. I had filmed this over a couple of days, and it was just a bit of a mess, but I have some more vlogs in the works that are going to be coming to you very soon, so keep an eye out for that. I'm filming like more of a casual daily vlog where I'm hopefully not forgetting to film too much, and I'll explain to you like why my vlogs have been a little bit weird and kind of what I'm doing with my vlogging schedule. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little random all over the place vlog. I'm gonna let you go because it's a long one. We'll see you in my next one. Thank you for watching, and that's all I have to say. Is I'm very tired. I'm editing this and I just got back from Costco and I'm like ready for bed. Okay, guys, bye. We'll see you in the next one.